So now the last bit of activity is writing an engine file. As I mentioned, like we will be having a starter file which has all this information which we just now created, and we'll be having engine file which will be having this information: the run duration, the animation file frequencies, time history file updation frequencies, time history file updation frequencies, and the mask scaling. So all these things. So to create that, you can come to utility, engine file, and I want to run it for say 120 millisecond, 0.120. I'm following the unit system as second, so I'm giving the value 0.120 here. And I want different types of animation. Let's say I want for all the elements, I want wall mesh stresses. For all the elements, I want plastic strain, and maybe for all the elements, I want is my okay. This also we normally monitor. Apart from that, animation file I wanted to get created for every 5 millisecond, 0.005, and I want to monitor the change in mass also. So there are many outputs which are possible. Like apart from like here I have just requested for wall mesh stresses. You have a detailed option where you can extract different types of stresses, and depending on the number of integration point also you can extract the stresses. So there are a detailed if you go through our engine Radius engine manual, there are list of options available for the different outputs in which you are interested in. So here I just pick the basic one. So this is the frequency at which I want my animation file to get generated, and here one more important thing, which is mask scaling. So I want /dt/noda/cst. Scaling is 0.9 and time is 0.1 e power -6. I think I am right with the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 1 0 extra here. Okay. So this is what it will control the time step, and I need to put the frequencies for this time history file updation, which is 0.001. At every 1 millisecond I want the information so that my graph is smooth. So these are some of the basic thing what we put in our engine file. So play, close, and now I'll export my file. Export. Save and export. So I'll go to that location. So here it has just written the starter and engine file. So it has just written the starter and engine file. As I mentioned, starter will be a big file which has the entire information. So it has nodes, element, property. So now you're seeing the nodes here. So nodes, element, boundary condition, different types of shells, bricks, solids, as we have many component, as we had many components. I just come from the bottom. And you had the part info, you have the many part information, so on and so forth. So this contains all these things. If I can come to model here, so it has, we just started with components. So we created material property, different set of loads, contacts, everything. So those all the things will be there in the starter file, and in the engine file, the how long you have to run your run, and the time history file, updation frequency, different types of output what we want, and animation that we want it every 5 millisecond, and the mask scaling. So this information will be there in the engine. Okay, now your file is complete as a Radios deck. So this is what I wanted to show, like how you can build the entire Radios runnable model using Hypermesh. Thank you.